Thank you for the introduction. Hello everyone, my name is Georgina Nicholson and I am a proud Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung woman. Wurundjeri being part of the Kulin Nation. The Kulin Nation consists of 5 clans, I believe, and they are Wurundjeri, Wathaurong, Tanarong, Boonwurrung and Dja Dja Wurrung. Wurundjeri being all of Melbourne CBD and surrounding country extending north to the Great Dividing Range, east to Mount Baw Baw, south to Mordialloc Creek and west to the mouth of Werribee River. So I would like to acknowledge and pay my respect to our ancestors who walked and lived on this land as free spirits for many years. Also pay my respects to our elders past and present. I would also like to acknowledge all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who may be online with us today, and I pay my respects to you all and to your elders. And I would like to say thank you for having a very important ancient custom added into your event today, a welcome to country, so thank you very much. I would also like to acknowledge all of the dignitaries online today. So for those of you tuning in from Wurundjeri country, I would like to say to you, Wominjeka, Wurundjeri, Balak, Yemen, Kundibik, and I would just like to tell you what I've said in our Woi-wurrung language, and that is welcome to the land of the traditional land of the Wurundjeri people. For those of you tuning in from locations across Victoria, Australia, perhaps beyond, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which you are listening from, and I would like to pay my respects to you all and to your elders. So as we navigate our way through this COVID-19 pandemic, I reflect on the legacy of those who have come before me. I reflect on the long, unbroken, strong line of Aboriginal women I come from. I think about the challenges they faced and I draw strength from them. One of them women being my mother, Martha Margaret Nicholson, nee Terrick. She was delivered by her grandmother, Granny Jemima, and that was on Corranderk Aboriginal Mission near the present-day town of Healesville. So Granny Jemima was already teaching our mother the importance of family, culture, caring for one another and connection to land. Years later, our mother met a deadly Irish man called Patrick, and that was on a blind date in Melbourne in the early 1930s. In 1937, Mummy and Daddy were married and they had 8 girls and 8 boys, so 16 children in total, all single babies, no twins, so no cheating, LOL. I'm the youngest of the 16 and my sister Pat Ockwell is the eldest. So with the coronavirus pandemic, it has changed the world in ways we would never have imagined, and the implications for our community have been profound for our health, our well-being and perhaps our jobs. But in many ways this event online today has brought into focus the importance of relationships with family and connection with one another. As a community is very important. I think we crave and need connection as people. I didn't realise how important this was until it was taken from me. It has been quite a mentally challenging time and lonely time for I Live Alone, and it's still around and it's not going nowhere in a hurry, I don't think, the COVID. So Aboriginal culture is the longest, oldest continuing culture. It goes back to 80,000 years plus. So we as Aboriginal people, we do know about resilience, solidarity and connection to land. There have been no treaties with us up to date, and our land, we've never ceded our sovereignty. So, our ancestors didn't gift our land away and it wasn't sold. So it was stolen from us. So Wurundjeri people would just like you to please respect the land, the waters and flora and fauna. I would also just like to say climate change affects Aboriginal communities and will continually be disproportionately affected due to their close physical and spiritual relationships with their country. So it's called really traditional homelands. And dependence on land and water resources. So climate change, it affects Indigenous people's mental health. For over 80,000 years, Australia's Indigenous community cared for country by using land management that worked with the environment, using traditional burning, fishing traps, sowing and storing plants. They were able to create a system that was sustainable and supplied them with the food they needed. I think I've run out of time now, but thank you for having me, and I hope you have a great event. Thank you.